Guys, what's up? Welcome back to today's video. We're back at it again with another video, a little different from other videos that I've previously posted. Today we're going to go through my Letterboxd profile. I'm going to be adding new movies, as you can see. I've watched 2 new movies this month. Actually that's completely wrong, I'm sorry. I watched 2 movies last month, I Care a Lot, from 2020. I watched Companion as well. From this year. I don't have much on these videos, on these reviews, other than these little short 1-sentence reviews, but usually I do like to write lengthy reviews, kind of give an in-depth feel of what people would kind of want from the movie and don't quite get. And then just leaving you with what the movie's about. So if we take this movie from last year, Sweethearts. If you guys didn't really watch this movie, this wasn't really a good movie, but I'll go ahead and read what I said. I said, heavily different in its structure and character development, and all of it sizzles out for a plot that we could care less about. Sweet at heart, but not daring nor awe-inspiring with what was filmed, thus leaving us with a generic film about friendship. 3.5 stars, as generous bargain, since the actors are all wonderful people. So what I did here was describe how the film actually is during the viewing experience, and then just generally told you about my thoughts about the plot and then how the film was filmed. If you guys are not following me on Letterboxd, go ahead and follow me here. Go ahead and drop down to the description, is also going to be there, possibly in the comments as well. Right here, here's my profile, here's my bio. It says, I haven't seen a good movie in ages, casual movie lover and hater. My taste is not great, but at least it is correct, which it is. I have a funny way of saying things, and my ratings are my ratings are based off overall vibes and filmmaking quality. What that means is vibes. I literally base movies off of the vibes of how it was filmed, how I viewed it, the vibe of the theater or the viewing experience. Movies are just generally about the vibe. No matter where you go, the viewing experience matters, the filmmaking matters, the acting matters, everything that makes up a film. You can't just leave out the viewing experience when rating a movie. So when I rate a movie, it's based off the filmmaking quality, the production value, the acting, the camera work, the lighting, the background, the cinematography, the sound design, everything makes a movie. And you can't just leave an audience or even just a general viewing experience out of it. That's how most people want people to have their film be. Most people in theaters want their film to do good. That's why all of the action-packed Marvel movies usually get a lot of buzz, because they get all the crowds, they get all of the fan reactions and all of that, and it's generally an overall good vibe. Same thing with the Terrifier movies. It's all about the audience reception. Otherwise, I believe the Terrifier movies wouldn't be so good in its reception. I did love the first Terrifier movie, but that's for a different video. Let's go on and move on to what I am actually doing here. I have 2 movies here logged. I don't exactly know if I want to touch these, but I'm going to go ahead and move on to what I watched in February. So the first movie I watched in February was Your Name. I watched this with my partner. It's an anime movie from 2016 directed by Makoto Shinkai. It follows 2 high schoolers as they sort of have an outer body experience where they're transitioned into a different body every so often, and they're not quite sure what's going on. And then they notice all these bizarre experiences around them of what's happening, why is this happening, and then you realize why it's happening, and it takes you for a whirlwind. Actually, the filmmaking quality of this is good. The animation, the art style, the sound design, The music is good. I didn't really like the plot because I didn't know where it was going, but then once it followed through with where it was going, I was like, oh, is that what you're gonna do right now? And then the ending kind of was a little unexpected because it was kind of a short ending. It was like, I thought it would be a little cuter. I thought it would be a little more heartfelt. So with that being said, I am going to give it a 4-star, possibly. I am going to log it right now. What I wrote was, the subtle atmosphere in this film draws inspiration from the air between the tension of two people, full of love and attention to detail, like sparklers spreading their flames to wonder and to have wonder and exploration for the unknown. These characters evolve from their ordinary lives to set up. So right here I have, the subtle atmosphere in this film draws inspiration from the air between the tension of two people, full of love and attention to detail, like sparklers spreading their flames. The filmmaking and art style is outstanding. To have wonder and exploration for the unknown, these characters evolve from their ordinary lives to set up a journey that can't be foreseen in any timeline or measurement of love. Moments flutter like doves, graceful and given proper pause to make something beautiful. The ending is a pause that can't be broken, and due to that, my heart swells in joy for love. 4 out of 5 stars. And I think that's a pretty good review. But I'm gonna add just a little PS right here, because I did have to watch this movie maybe 3 or 4 times because I kept on falling asleep. But I'm gonna put PS. I kept falling asleep, so maybe those pauses were just me. LOL. Because I just kept on falling asleep. Like my boyfriend kept on getting so mad at me. He's like, why are you falling asleep? Like, you never stay awake when you watch something. And it's true. You will find out pretty soon with probably the next movie I'm gonna do. And yeah, it's true. I just cannot stay asleep. I just cannot stay awake. Mostly because I'm just writing right here. With Letterboxd, you can add tags. If you've never used Letterboxd, you can add tags to your review, so you could categorize what you watch. So here, usually I always watch movies while high, and I usually put who I watched it with, and then who else is in the movie. Like, let's say Rachel Snow Deserves a World. I just usually put that when there's a movie with Rachel Snow in it, and funny enough, there is, so you'll see that today. But I did watch this with my boyfriend. So right here I put High Watch, and then I put with Devon. That's my boyfriend's name. I'm not gonna like it because I don't remember if I really liked it. It didn't stick with me. But 4 out of 5 stars just because it was a beautiful movie, and I don't know if I've seen better, and I think I could see better, and until I see better, I will change this. But for now, we'll save it. Next up, we have Love Hurts. I watched this movie in theaters. This has Ke Huy Quan in it, I believe. Yeah, Ke Huy Quan. It's directed by Jonathan Usobuyo. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm sorry, dude. Literally the first film you ever directed. But this movie follows a realtor as he gets back into a life of crime almost. When people come after him, he's doing good. He gets an award and stuff like that. He's doing so good at his retail job, and then people come back from his past to blow shit up and cause fights or something. But here, I'm going to read the description. A realtor is pulled back into life when he left behind his former partner in crime, resurfaces with an ominous message. With his crime lord brother also on his trail, he must confront his past and the history he never fully buried. So when these people come towards him, they're like, hey, you've been living this life, we know, but also you said you would kill someone. This person was never died. You worked closely with this person. Now we're coming for you because this person supposedly is alive. And I did watch this movie in theaters. Let me just say that. I went into the movie theaters an hour early, so I got to watch a little bit of Captain America secretly, not really, legally. Let's just say that. I just didn't have to pay to see Captain America, but I did see Love Hurts, and I fell asleep. I got to see most parts where it was the beginning, where he was fighting with Marshall Lee. No, what's his name? What's his name? Oh, Marshawn Lynch. I said Marshall Lee. Why did I say Marshall Lee? Marshawn Lynch. I did see Marshawn Lynch. He's pretty funny. I liked him in Bottoms. But this movie did not stick with me. Once his teammate showed up, Ariana DuBois plays the other character in this film, where it was his previous... I just never really finished the film. I watched it right once she showed up. She showed up in a car or something, and then they were like, whoa, what the fuck, you're supposed to be dead, or something, like, there you are. And that's generally where I fell asleep. I fell asleep 20 minutes into this movie. It was not good. You can see that people gave it 2.2 on Letterboxd out of 33,000. Oh, it's not even 2.2, it's 2.19, guys. That's crazy. Usually the people that I follow are really good with their reviews. They usually like movies. They know which movies they don't like. But it seems like a lot of people don't like this movie. So I'm going to give it a 2-star just because I didn't finish it. And then I'm going to go ahead and review and log it. I'm going to put the plot was there, but the action... No. The plot and action was there. So right here, I'm going to put with Devon High Watch, and I'm going to put DNF'd because that just means did not finish. And that's just a movie that I just did not finish because I literally did not finish it. I fell asleep 25 minutes into it. I put the plot and action was there but could have been more exciting if it was played by sock puppets and not real actors. I fell asleep 25 minutes in. I'm very sorry. Or not. IDK. And I just won't put a period because it's just an open-ended. I don't know. I can't finish it until I finish the movie. So there's that one. Let's actually go through one review of what my friend said. Let's go through Daniel Johnson, because that does seem to be a one. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay. So here, Daniel Johnson said, it should go without saying, but Ke Huy Quan is lovely and deserves like 100-star vehicles built around him. That being said, this looks like it was shot in a weekend. Sloppy and so dull, but it frankly is a bit sad. Which is very true. It is very sad. I feel like they summed it up pretty much. Thank you, Daniel. Next movie we have is... Okay, with the next 4 movies, I did watch within one day. So I did start off my day with Blink Twice. And you'll notice a theme with these movies, because I was like, oh, that movie reminds me of this movie. Oh, that movie reminds me of this movie. Oh, that movie reminds me of this movie. And that's basically how this played out during this day. I watched Blink Twice with Channing Tatum and Naomi Ackie, that's her name. Directed by Zoe Kravitz, who has directed nothing previously. This wasn't a bad film. I actually pretty much liked this film in the beginning half because the editing was so choppy, it was so quick. The acting was there. Let's see what people gave it. People gave it 3.3 stars, which is not bad. That's a good average. I will say I would give it maybe a 4-star because it did scare me a little bit. Like, So I'm gonna just go ahead and just log right now. What should I put? Blink twice. The editing was The editing was claustrophobic with charming, delightful luxuries, inviting to keep you a while. The pacing of this film works to keep you seated for every twist and turn. Exploring abuse of power and going for a female empowerment angle was daring, but blew the fire out of the furnace rapidly, very rapidly. Sometimes revenge can be served ice cold, calm, and mysterious. Other times it could have just been a hot, fiery pit of male agony. Why this film chose to go with the former is crazy to the countless repetitive mistakes men pull after learning their lesson, which this movie clearly doesn't combat that narrative and feeds into it. To extend the abuse of power to new lengths. 4 stars, no reason, just a cool movie that actually is terrifying and true. Now, if you guys have not seen this movie, Blink Twice is a film about a woman who kind of becomes obsessed with this tech billionaire and whatever, and this tech billionaire has had previous problematic things in the past. This woman works very closely with him and she wants to kind of get closer to him. And to her surprise, he kind of has like a gravitational pull towards her. He wants to gravitate towards her as well. And it's kind of weird. It's kind of like, okay, I get you. Like, okay, fancy, like luxury, like love this life. That's mostly what I meant by the charming, delightful luxuries, is just because of the acting itself. The acting is pretty good, as well as the characters of the actors themselves, like the characters in the film, are pretty delightful and charming as well. The pacing of the film works to keep you seated for every twist and turn, which is true. If you guys have never seen this film, it does have a few twists and turns, just because you don't know really what's happening at the beginning. But if you've basically seen any kind of suspenseful movie, you kind of see where it's going. Sometimes revenge can be served ice cold, calm, and mysterious. Other times it could have been just a hot, fiery pit of male agony. Why this film chose to go with the former is crazy due to the countless repetitive mistakes men pull after learning their lesson. Now, this movie at the end goes with a weird turn. There is a clear threat and antagonist to this film, and that antagonist doesn't die in this film. And it's kind of upsetting just because the ending of this film doesn't place you in the perspective of what was the purpose of this. It kind of just throws you with, oh, well, that's just how it ends. It's all just going to develop into one big elaborate plan that the woman succeeds in the end, but it's not as realistic as that. I wouldn't say real life isn't as realistic as that. Just very kind of concerning of why Zoe Kravitz did that in the first place. I mean, if you can't beat them, join them. That's what people always say. But I did watch this movie high. It was very scary. I did watch it with my boyfriend. I don't watch any movies without my boyfriend anymore, which is a lie. I did watch Companion without him, but that's because he was busy. And then I don't know what else I could put on this movie. I think those are the only tags, but let's go on to the next film as well. I did not expect this to take so long. Oh my gosh. Guys, I've already been filming for almost an hour, which is crazy. So if you've seen Blink Twice, it kind of reminds you of Glass Onion. And when I was watching it, I was like, wait, this is literally just the plot of Glass Onion, but instead of like a murder mystery, there's actual mystery going on that the characters have to solve. So yes, I did watch Glass Onion after I watched Blink Twice, just because it did remind me a lot of it. And my boyfriend has never seen Glass Onion, and I actually love this film. I love this film. I love this film. I love Knives Out. I love Glass Onion, and I can't wait to see the third film, which is called Wake Up Dead Man. Yeah, Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out Mystery. I can't wait till that film comes out. but today I'm going to do the review for this one. So here I wrote, follows a tech billionaire as he sets in motion a murder mystery party at his high-tech, wealthy private island that has no roads, as well as Detective Benoit Blanc when he also following the well-known Detective Benoit Blanc when he gets a mysterious invitation not sent from the original person, a wild and thoughtful love letter to sarcastic and chronically online millennials that have nothing better to do than watch a Netflix movie. We'll just put watch Netflix. We don't need to put that many words. It's not a word count. So I put a wild and thoughtful love letter to sarcastic and chronically online millennials that have nothing better to do than watch Netflix while they do their laundry. Perfect daytime cleanup film. 4.5 stars. And right there, the tags, and we are solid, guys. Glass Onion is a good film. If you've never seen it, I say you would have a ball watching it. As Daniel Craig, Janelle Monáe, Kate Hudson, as well as Ethan Hawke is in it. The film has a lot of people in it. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good film. I think anyone would like it generally. Pretty good. Next up, I watched It's What's Inside. It's What's Inside, which is also a Netflix film. I don't know if it's just on... Yeah, it's just a Netflix film. Oh gosh, people actually love this film. It has 3.47 out of 300,000 reviews. Are you kidding me? That's so many reviews. So this movie actually has a lot of good reception. When I watched this film, I will say that I did not pay attention to it because I was doing something else. Oh, I'm planning on starting something, starting a business or something like that. But when I watched this film, I was more confused of like, holy fuck, like what's going on? Why is the cinematography so choppy and all of that? Giving more of a scrapbook feel when giving the visuals, when delivering the visuals onto screen. It's much nicer. It's something way different that we've never seen before, and this movie actually succeeds in what it's doing with its plot. If you've never seen this film, the film follows a pre-wedding reunion from a group of college friends, but when one of their previous friends arrives after going to jail or after going to a mental hospital or something of the sort, and they come back with a mysterious suitcase that can neurologically transfer your brain patterns and waves and thought process into someone else's mind. Now, I don't know how realistic this is just because the brain is so intricate with all its grooves and everything. I don't think that's how memories transfer. I think everything's stored within those grooves. So, neurologically transferring it through electrical currents don't really make sense. But it could. It could. Hypothetically, it could, just because our brain is all just electromagnetic waves whenever we think. So with this film, it kind of has an interesting premise, but I don't have much to say on it, so I'm going to put... This film is a wacky ride with visuals from a chaotic scrapbook made by a demented 23-year-old with a love for an eccentric buzz that lingers too long. It's What's Inside can be a mind-bending but not messy in its follow-through picture. But those characters... ... capital M for messy. 3.5 stars. And if you've never seen this film, I definitely want you to watch it if you guys like messy kind of not raunchy, but like raunchy in the way the characters interact with each other because they are so young and given so many characteristics that you can kind of pick out of and see their thought process and all that. It's kind of fun to do that when you know they're switching bodies with other people, so they kind of have to either put on a different persona of that person or be themselves in a different light. Like, you know what I mean? You could actually see who that character is even if they are playing a different person, and that actually is kind of cool from all the actors' perspective because they actually have to act like other actors, you know what I mean? They can't just act like their single character. They have to act like somebody else's character when they're not playing their character. It is kind of crazy. I do want to love this more, but I just did not really watch it. I got little tidbits and all that, but I didn't really watch it just because I was so busy with other things. It was on in the background. What did I just write? I put with high scared. What did I even write? I meant to put with Devon. Okay. I'm so slow. Oh my gosh. High watch. Guys, I'm not even high right now. It's just like, it's just crazy. Okay, last but not least, we have Bodies, guys. I watched this movie because It's What's Inside reminded me of it. I actually wanted to watch this movie about a week ago. I put it on. And right once you turn this movie on, it has an instant lesbian kiss scene. And this turned off one of my boyfriend's friends instantly. And they're like, oh, no. I'm not going to watch that. I'm sorry. Like, because they were in the middle of something else and they decided, oh yeah, I could just hang out in your room and we'll chill for a bit and watch a movie. Like, they didn't even want to watch a movie. They just wanted to chill. And I just put on the movie and they were like, oh, no, I'm out. And it was so fucking funny. But the movie starts off with a lesbian kiss, which kind of sets the tone with what do you think is going to happen? Do you think this couple is going on a murder spree? Do you think something's going on? Because if you've never seen a trailer and you want to go into it, it basically follows a group of friends in a mansion, essentially, in the middle of a storm. So when these people all join in onto this mansion, they're partying it up, they're getting high, they're drinking, they're swimming, you know, they're all having fun. So they decide to play games. What game do they decide to play? Bodies, which is basically like death tag in the dark. But once they play death tag, they're all playing and then it's all chill and all that. Something happens. Pete Davidson in this movie, he throws a big fit. He's like, I'm not playing anymore. Fuck y'all. And he goes and does his own thing. They keep on playing and the main character stumbles upon Pete Davidson's body. And you're like, whoa. What the fuck happened there? And then everyone comes in, finds his body, just slashed. His neck is slashed in half, blood everywhere. He's outside in the rain. Obviously some random murder or something like that. And once this one body pops up, everyone kind of thinks like, who did it? What's going on? How do we help? So they try to get help. They try to leave the scene. They can't leave the scene. The storm is too bad, so they had to stay in. And they soon turn on each other. Whenever they turn on each other, the bodies start piling up. You know what I mean? So it is pretty much a pretty good film. I gave it 3.5. No. Damn! I gave it 2.5 stars. I think previously I gave it something else. So yeah, it's pretty much a good film. Amanda Lestenberg is in it. Rachel Senow is in it. Pete Davidson is in it. There's quite a few other names in there that might not be recognizable from the front end, but once you see their faces, you'll definitely be like, oh, I've definitely seen you before. You're definitely a good actor. So here I'm going to go ahead and put bodies, more like gay gals So here I wrote bodies, 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 more like gays, gals, and death. Just a little tagline as the top, and then I just went on my own description of the movie. A group of friends party in a mansion during a storm, and when a fatal body appears, their fate turns red. A murder mystery plays out as if only Scooby and Shaggy went to go investigate while the actual detective team in Mystery Inc. is off on vacation. Ruminating their lives, these friends spew their true feelings under the circumstances and causes a shit show that's fun for all ages, but not in particular for its already outdated comedic elements. 3.5 stars. I would love to be invited to a party like this. I would love to be invited to a party like this, but if a body shows up, I'm instantly out. Which is very true. If you get into a situation where a body shows up, call the police immediately. If the police can't be contacted, do not move the body. Do not touch the body. Do not move from the spot you were found that you were last in until you get in contact with the cops, okay? Unless you need to actually go out for the cops, then do so. These people were crazy in this movie. The friendship elements are pretty sharp at the beginning because you're basically following this estranged friend in this friend group where they don't really like her because she's had past experiences with drugs and stuff. She's gone to rehab and all that. So when she shows back up, she brings a new girlfriend and everyone's kind of like, okay, like, glad you're back. Hey, what's up, girl? But they all kind of don't really like each other or her. And it's kind of a weird play out. It kind of takes a second viewing to kind of get the character dynamics and all of that. I would say that's probably my favorite part of this film is the character dynamics. But it does go way too into it with the comedic elements with the characters, where I already said it's outdated just because it is Gen Z humor. If you watch this movie when it came out, if you were to watch the trailer and you don't get the comedic beats and all of that, which I don't expect you to, at the time and height in this film, a lot of buzzwords and all of that were being thrown around in this movie, not capitalized, but showcase them in a light that's satirical and funny and you wouldn't get anywhere else other than online. So to have this in a film, encapsulated into a film, it's really fun. And with as much fun as this film is, where if you've never seen it and you're kind of trying to figure out the mystery, it is very, very fun. For second viewings, it might not be so fun. For third viewings, it might not be so fun. But I say, if you want good vibes, you need to watch this with a group of friends. I originally watched this in a movie theater alone. I really loved it. I watched it second alone. I didn't really like it. Oh no, I watched it secondly with my mother. And she didn't really like it. I didn't really like it. But like I said, all movies are based off of overall vibes, viewing experience, filmmaking experience. You have to include everything, guys. So that's pretty much my Letterboxd reviews for this month of February. I'm going to add down here High Watch with Devon. I'm going to also add Rachel Sano because she's in here. Rachel Sano deserves the world. And then I have a whole entire category just for lesbians, which is crazy. But if you like movies with lesbians, I think I only have 4 movies. Let's actually just take a look at that really quickly. We'll go ahead and save that. Oh, actually, there's a lot of movies with lesbians, actually. So Babylon, Evil Bong, Legally Blonde, I'm a Cheerleader, Shiva Baby. If you guys do use the Letterboxd and kind of want to go through all of my tags and stuff like that, it's pretty fun to go through. If you want to see how much movies I watch while high, literally almost every movie that I watch. How many watch I've seen with my boyfriend so far. That's pretty fun. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching and hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe. If you guys want anything more from me, go ahead and ring that bell. I'm always here. My name is Nate, Nathaniel, whichever. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.